You're welcome to another episode of Podcasts with Olamide. From our last episode, we discussed about self-medication, and today we'll be looking into medications frequently abused and its effects. The first medication I have here is antacids, and I know we are all culpable of this. Popping too many of these pills will affect the small intestine and result in a problem of malabsorption of nutrients. Alright, and can cause bone weakness or bone fracture. This medication, the antacids, it interferes with absorption of calcium and phosphorus, and these are elements that are necessary for the health of your bones. So if you're just taking Danacid, you pop it like a sweet, or you're taking the Mismag too often, you need to cut back on it. And the second category is the painkillers, the analgesics, all kinds of analgesics. The overuse of this medication has been linked to stomach ulcer. Yes, it can cause stomach ulcer when you use them too frequently. Do you also know that painkillers are likely to cause damage to the kidneys? I bet you didn't know that. Okay, so let me just chip this in for those who use detoxifying tea, right? The body has a natural detoxification system that eliminates toxins and harmful compounds. And that is your kidney. That's the function of the kidney. So this information is just for you to know that detox tea is ineffective and unnecessary because there's no scientific evidence that detox tea will flush out toxins from your body. So stop using detoxification tea. That is the function of the kidneys. Alright, so the third category is the antibiotics. Take note that the use of antibiotics without its prescription promotes antibiotic resistance. That's one. Then number two, it can attack the normal harmless bacteria in the body and make them very harmful. Very, very harmful. So let me explain the first point. Let me explain what is called antibiotic resistance. Let me give an example of the lock and key system. You have a door and there's a unique key to opening this door. You know that usually once you get to your house, you use that same key to open the door every time. You can access your house via the key. But all of a sudden, you discover that you could not open the door anymore. You got there, the same key you've been using, you're using it to open this door, but it's not opening. And that's simple. It's because the lock has been changed. That's what happens when you make use of antibiotics very frequently without prescription. You just use it for anything. I have cough, you use it. You have catarrh, you use it. You have boil, you just feel the use. I have malaria. Some people even use antibiotics with anti-malarials, which is good if it is being prescribed. But if not, you don't need to use it except you come down with an infection. So as I was saying, it's simple. It means that the lock has been changed, and that's what happens to bacteria. They change form when you keep introducing this particular medication, and by the time you know it, they no longer respond to treatment anymore. The fourth category is the sleeping pills. Once this is abused, the brain becomes accustomed to the effect and recovery gets harder. So why some people find out that they cannot sleep without using a sleeping pill is because the body is accustomed to the introduction of this medication before they can fall asleep. That's because they are used to it already. The brain is used to that effect. Until it gets that effect, you cannot fall asleep. The better way to improve your sleeping pattern is to stop the medication. Stop abusing the medication, because when you will eventually need it, it might not get to work. What are the dangers of self-medication? Number one, you must be aware that the medication has potential side effects. Then you're likely taking the wrong dosage, of course. And number three, it delays right treatment. Is there a way out? Yes. Number one, educate yourself. Just the way you're listening to this podcast is a means of educating yourself. Number two, trust the experts. Whatever your physician prescribes, make use of it without adding yours. Then number 3, stop sending messages full of prescriptions via your socials. You're seeing a prescription via social and you're forwarding it. Use this. No, it's wrong. Stop it. The last one is stop sharing your doctor's prescription with others. You do not have the same diagnosis, even if you are coming down with the same symptoms. Stop sharing your prescription with others. Kindly share this piece of information to someone who needs it, and thanks for listening. As usual, see you again in the next episode.